My name is JoAnna Novak. I graduated in 2007 from Knox College, where I majored in creative writing. Today I'm a writer. I write fiction, poetry, and creative nonfiction, and I teach creative writing at Mount St. Mary's University in Los Angeles.
I'll read a story about love. I keep writing love stories lately, and love poems, and love in between things. And anyhow, this is called Acacia. When they got off the bus in her neighborhood, she told him, "Ferrets are fur tubes with walnut brains." It was the first time they'd hung out not in school. Even if it was just for a Spanish project, they were going to her house. Her dad kept ferrets, and her dad wouldn't be home. The ferrets would. "You down with ferrets?" She had a flat oboe voice. She was wearing black Converse and black jeans. He scratched his ear. "All right with me."
With my Knox education, I really trained myself to be able to have the stamina for 5 hours of workshopping on any given night of the week. I learned how to revise and revise and revise. I learned that there's nothing more important than a well-crafted sentence.
He didn't know if he should say more. All he could think about was her name. He wanted to hear her use his name, and he wanted to hear hers coming out of his mouth. She started walking, and she was fast. Before he knew it, she was a blur far ahead of him, and she must have realized it because she paused and turned. She didn't just stand still. She tilted her head and her neck like the pendulum of a clock, which might not have been so hypnotic if you weren't so cataclysmically high.
And I think too about the way that Robin Metz taught me how to closely read any kind of text, and introduced me to so many writers that I still care about today. So even people that I didn't immediately work with, I feel are Knox connections of mine because my Knox professors introduced them to me.
He could only think of the Spanish word for frog, rana. He sat in his underwear, staring at his computer, reading about Furonosoma, the horned lizard, the horny toad. It was pastel scaled. He read that its coloration was pleasing and sandy. One image showed it beside a teacup, and it was really very small. He scrolled and clicked and felt a sadness he couldn't put into words. The sturdy creature, he learned, was becoming rarer. A few scientists blamed a siege of fire ants, but mostly the consensus was deforestation. There is no way for an animal to survive without its habitat.